Welcome back. I am doing a video on eyeshadow. I'm doing sort of like a 4-part series with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe second collaboration. That was the Vault collection that she did with Morphe. It doesn't get talked about a lot, and I feel like, you know, so many things have been released. So many things are getting released all the time, and then people talk about them once and it just gets sort of skipped. So I thought maybe I will go back to when this was a big hype and everyone was excited. There was a lot of drama with this. A lot of people had issues with their palettes. I was lucky enough to not have any issue. I was really stoked about that, but apparently a lot of people had quite a lot of issues. You can sort of Google or search on YouTube for the drama that went on with the Vault collection. But I thought I would bring it back, show it some love. So I'm gonna do a 4-part series. This first one, I'm gonna actually go in with the deep end, and I'm gonna use Dark Magic. It also has Armed and Gorgeous, Bling Boss, and Ring the Alarm are the other 3 palettes. What it looks like. So it has a mirror, a little mirror. Each one has a little mirror. And these are the colors. Maybe I'll just swatch them for you. Let me just swatch them. All the colors. Oh, just got it up here. All the way from here is the real nude color. That one is called Poof. Let me bring it up here. So we have Poof. This one here is Power Cut. Very silvery shimmer. This one is Shh. We've got Trickery, which is like a nice green color. Get a real close look for you. Got Diversion, which in the palette, I don't reckon looks as dark. It's this color here. Like, it is a bit dark, but it looks super to like a gray shimmer in there, on my arm I should say. And then I've got Potion, the green khaki sort of color. This color here is Busted. This green one is Inside Job. Oh, excuse my nails too. I should point with this one. This one's full. Mojo, which is that brown. And then the black is Temptress. We're going to put primer, eyeshadow primer, which we are using from Morphe Eyelid Primer Translucent. So I'm just gonna get a brush. All right, we're gonna put it on. Usually I just put it with my fingers, but I'm gonna be bougie today. So we're just gonna quickly rub it all over. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna use the color Shh, which is this brown color here, just to start off with like a lighter color, and then we'll work our way up. Get a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe, which is not, I could be sponsored by Morphe. I've used everything Morphe so far. Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH34. So it is just a nice fluffy brush. Look at my fingers, ew. All right, I'm gonna go in with that color just nicely. You get it on the brush, as you can see. I tap off just a little bit, still on the brush, and then we're gonna go in and just put it in the crease area. Nice, really lightly. I'm hardly touching my skin because it's got quite a bit of pigment to it. Not too much, but it has a bit. And we're just doing sort of like the windscreen wiper, but I'm doing sort of shorter ones, blending it out upwards towards the eyebrow and down on the lid, but sort of wanting the pigment to mainly be in that crease. So you're using the excess that you have on your brush to blend out. We sort of want it to go, the brown to go in the inner corner area, because we are going to put a light color in the inner corner on the lid, but we want that brown to show above it for a bit of depth. I'm gonna get a little bit more, so I just nice and lightly tap in and tap a little bit off. I don't always, but I don't want too much. And I tend to get a little excited sometimes when I put my brush onto the palette. And again, in the crease and blending upwards. And down. But sort of keeping that main pigment right in the crease to create depth. And I'm going to go a bit higher. Out. Make sure that outer corner is getting it. We can always fix it afterwards because we're doing our eyes first. So if we do tend to go too low, like down here, we can clean it up afterwards before we put our foundation and concealer on. Just a tiny few taps more. And we're going to concentrate on the outer corner. Bring it up. We want it to go pretty high because we want to put on quite a bit of black, so we want it to be really smoky. And we're just really blending. Alright, so now that the eye with the brown is blended, I'm just going to do the other side and I'll be right back. Alright, now that I've done both sides, I am going to go in with a darker brown and I'm going to go in with Mojo. So down the bottom here, we're going to be using Mojo and then we're going to be using, is it Temptress? Yeah, Temptress, which is the black. So first we're going to go in with that dark brown. Just get a little bit on our brush and then I'm going to put it right in the crease, lower than the other one, right in, blending it, starting from the outer corner inwards. We're just building up to the black. You can go in with black pretty much straight away, but I just want to build it a little. Build that layer and sort of have that brown sort of blend with the lighter brown before I go straight into black. So I'm just blending it out. I haven't put any, oh hello, I haven't put any more colour on my brush. I'm just blending with what I've got. So you can see that it's more pigmented here and I've just sort of brought it in a bit. Now I'm going to go in with just a little bit more. Literally, I'm not putting much on, like I'm just going in, one dip, two dip, like that's it. And then just a little tap so that the dust gets off. So there's hardly anything on there. Obviously now I've done 4 dips, but I'm just trying to build it slowly. So I've started a little bit further in this time and blending back first because that's where most of the pigment will go, and then coming back in. Like I want pigment to go into the inner corner, but I don't want too much. I don't want to overwhelm the inner corner. So we just blend out. And then blending it up into that brown. Alright, now I've winged out by accident just a little bit too dark out here, but I can clean it up. And I might just do like a tiny little bit just to even it out on both sides. Just a little bit more here. Just to even it out. Again, blending in. All right, now we're gonna go in with black. I might start off with a small brush just because I'm unsure how this black performs, and I don't want to use something too big and then just go everywhere. So we're gonna go in with Temptress. And this is sort of like a packing brush, but it is a little bit fluffy, I don't really know. This one is actually another Morphe Jeffree Star. So it's a JS13, this brush. Most of my brushes are Morphe. All right, we're going in with the black. We're gonna go sort of in the middle of where the brown and my skin is. I'm just gonna pack it right down to the lash line. And then I'll blend it out. And obviously I've started on the outer corner, just real lightly, and then bringing it into the inner corner. Go a little bit more on the outer corner. I don't have to worry too much about the outer corner because I'm actually going to cut my crease. So I'm just mainly wanting that real black on the outer corner. And making it most intense right out here, right in the outer corner. And because I did that deeper brown, I don't have to worry so much about the blend. So it's not going to be crazy noticeable going from the black to the dark brown to the lighter brown. Whereas if I miss that lighter brown, I'd have to do a lot more blending to blend the black into that lighter brown. So it does just help to save a bit of blending time, because sometimes blending, it gets really boring and just annoying. You start to go, oh, especially when you have to then move on to the next eye and then do it again. You just get sick of it. So it's nice to have that middle shade so you don't have to work so hard to get the color that you want, and that blend transition that you want too. And then I will just go with what I have left on that middle brown brush. We'll just blend a tiny bit just to make sure that it is blended like that. And then that's really it. So that's the black Smokey. I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll come back and I'll cut my crease, and then we'll put foundation on, concealer, all the rest. We'll put my face on, come back, and we'll do the under eye. Alright, so both those eyes are done. Now I'm going to go in with some concealer. I'm just using the Tarte Shape Tape. It is a light concealer. So put a bit of that on my hand. I'm getting a flat brush, synthetic brush, and this one is the Jeffree Star 10. So get that, put a bit of that on the brush. Just a bit, not too much. All right, now we're gonna cut. Now I have not the best at cut crease, but I'm gonna give it a go. So my cut crease is in there, my crease. Stamp, stamp, stamp. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Perf. All right, I'm gonna do the other side. All right, now we're gonna get another flat brush. We're going to use JH41, so Jaclyn Hill. Another flat one, a little bit bigger in the bristles. Still around brush. You could cut your crease with this too, I find, because it's not so long. It's not as long in the bristles. That this one here on the left is easier. All right, now we're gonna go in. I'm gonna use Power Cut, that silver right there. We're gonna try that and see how that goes. God knows. Trying it dry, so we'll see. Not bad, actually. Better than I thought. So I'm just picking it up, literally just wiping, not tapping or anything, and then just patting, but sort of swiping as well, so that the glitter actually gets on to the skin. Because if I just patted it, it wouldn't actually stick as well, and you'd get a lot more fallout. So I'm just trying to get it to stick and see how far out I've gone. Pretty even. And I will fix with the black afterwards. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna go and do my face, and then I'll come back to finish the eyes, and yeah. I'll be right back. All right, now that the face is on, I am gonna go with a more sort of pointy blender brush. This one is JH31, so it looks like that. And I've just put a little bit of the color, which was the original brown that we put, and just right on the tip. I'm also holding that because I'm gonna use that for the black, but just right on the tip, I'm just dunking really lightly, just the tip of the brush, and just take off that dust. And now we're going to go under, trying to hug. So since we've I cleaned it up with a bit of concealer when I was doing my foundation and concealer, obviously. I'm going to sort of unclean that because I want to bring it down. Might need a bit more actually, but still only on the top. See, I've got more, but I just want to tap off that dust. It will bring it down a bit. Right around, blending right around. Trying to get as close to that a lash line as I can. A little bit more, just blending it, building it up to the right depth, and also just trying to connect. Yeah, so you can see that it sort of just flows in, keeping it not so far down, but bring it down to like your bottom crease, right where it all starts to wrinkle. If you're young, you won't have that problem, unless you have had a big night, then you probably will have worse. And just sort of blending it out. So now I'm bringing it down that I have nothing left on my brush. I'm just trying to blend it down. I don't actually know if I'll bring the black down. Maybe I'll do a black liner first in the waterline. I don't want to do like a wing because I've already got that black smoky effect that I really don't need to do any eyeliner on top. You can if you want to. Alright, now that I've done a bit of black, now I feel like I need that darker color. So we'll go in. I'm going to use this brush here. It's got a white tip on it. And it's a JH39. And I'm going to go in with that Mojo color, that middle brown. Just tapping into the palette. Again, sort of on the end. You can see I've used it. Just tap off the dust again. And now we're going to go right under, because I've got curly eyelashes. My eyelashes curl down, so I've got to get like under them. And really get right tight. But I also want to blend it up to meet that corner. If you can see, I'm getting it real right and tight underneath my lashes. You just get as much as you need to make it as dark as you want. And I'm just sort of kind of like stamping it on. Alright, there you go. So it's sort of got that nice brown. I might even bring down that light brown. Just go in again, right underneath that dark brown. Just to help bring it down and smoke it out a bit. Don't want to bring it too far down, obviously. But just right under it. Just to make it a bit smoky. And even though like my brush is sort of flat on my cheek as I'm going in, because I've only put the shadow right on the tip, it's not going to get too far down. It's just going to help to smoke it out. So there we go. Right, I'm just going to do the other one. Do the other eye, and then I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. I'll be right back. All right, so here we are, giving you a close up. This is it. So I put Napoleon pink slip lip liner, and then I went over the top with Kylie. This one is a Puppy Love, it is called. It's a really nice color and it smells really nice, and it's moisturizing, which I love. I love a good moisturizing lipstick, and even though it's sort of like a matte finish, it's still really hydrating and I love it. So yeah, this is my smoky eye using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault collection in the Dark Magic palette. So I hope that you have learnt a bit from it. I tried to explain some blending tips along the way. If you really like this type of video, give it a thumbs up and let me know, and I'll do more of the actual in-depth like blending the colors, just a bit more in-depth teaching type of video, because I feel like I watch so many videos now that are just about trend. Like you just want to be on top, so you're trending. But I would like to see personally teaching videos and tutorials, so which are pretty much the same thing. So tutorials. So if you would like a tutorial on this look, I can definitely give you that. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, night, whatever, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. I will see you very shortly in my next video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, tell all your friends, and we'll see you in my next one.